Hey, guess what? Yet another week has gone by. It's time for the weekly roundup, 8th to the 12th of October. Guys, here we are, another week's gone by. It's incredible how quickly that time goes by. 2 weeks gone of October already. Last week's fund performance, down 1%. But that's all good. We are icy calm at all times. I always say to my team, good day, I'm okay. Bad day, I'm okay. It doesn't matter, 1% down, it's just part of the trading process. Compounded by the 2% loss from the week before, we're now 3% down for the week. That starts testing your psychology, but we are seasoned professionals and we carry on putting our trust in the process. Why do we do that? Because our back testing, our live trading has proven to us that the strategies we use will deliver results over time. Will you have a losing month? Yes, sometimes. Will you have a losing week? Yeah, we've just proved that, but it doesn't matter because you have to put your trust in the process and allow it just to do what it does, okay? Remember, I only need to be right 30% of the time to make money. That means I can be wrong 7 out of 10 trades in a row and I'll still make money. So, this week's lesson from those results, don't worry about the results, just keep on with the process. There's always another trade, there's always another opportunity. I want you to remember that because psychology forms the largest part of any successful traders, any pro traders arsenal. So work on your mindset, work on your psychology to be the best trader that you possibly can. Now I'm going to share with you a couple of trades from last week. I'm going to share with you one of our winning trades. We're going to move into that right now. It's an Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar long that we took. Let's have a look at that right now. Guys, welcome to our winning trade of the week. As I said, it's an Aussie dollar CAD. It was on an H1 time frame. Now, the higher time frame trades, they come less frequently, but they tend to give you a really solid result because they're in a higher time frame. You've got a little bit more R to cover your potential losses or stop loss rather. And I like the higher time frame trades that tend to deliver more often, but they're few and far between. This happened to be an H1, so every single candle you're looking at here is an hour. So you'll see that we were in this trade for a good while really. I don't know how long, I haven't counted the candles, you're welcome to do so, but two or 3 days I suspect is the answer. So you see I've highlighted the candle here for the trade that we've taken. We had our blue arrow, black arrow up indicating it was an uptrend, and then we've had a buy signal here. We had buy signals prior to that, but it was before our trading hours. Remember, your trading plan dictates to you when you trade. Ours is 9 a.m. Mauritian time till 5 p.m. Mauritian time, just because we employ Mauritian traders and those are the hours that we've designated that they work. We're going to change that shortly from 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. and we're going to look to put a second shift on, which will be 3 p.m. through till 11 p.m. So we're covering a greater period of that 24-hour market. So that was the opportunity that we took. You can see that we got triggered here on our blue line. Our red is our stop loss, and we moved up very rapidly to 1%, retraced up to 2%, at which point we've taken our risk off. In other words, moved stop loss to break even. It's a free trade now. We retraced again. Just go with the process at this point, guys, because you can't lose any money and you want to make 3%. So don't bail, don't panic, just go with the process. Markets go up and down and up and down. So just go with that flow of the markets until you need to do your next trade management. For us, that's at 2.5%. Then we tie in a 0.5% profit, and you can see here we push through the 3% barrier very nicely. We've made our 3%. We're happy to be out of the market at that. We don't use trailing stop losses in our fund. I have done to good success. Last week we made a 6% profit trade on my personal account, but we don't do that in fund money, with other people's money. We cap it at 3%, and you can see that we have, it's not really gone on to make much more than 3%, and it's hovering at 2.5% to 3% at the moment. So we're happy with the profit that we've taken out of the market. The risk-reward ratio is appropriate, and we've managed to make profit, which is perfect. So that is another example of one of our winning trades using our Blue Tiger system. It's a trend-based system where we have indicators for entry, and then we employ our existing trade management. So hope you enjoyed that. That's a winning trade from last week. Thanks, guys. Okay, good job, guys. Now I'm going to share with you our lesson from the week. Also an Aussie dollar based pair, but this time against US dollar. So Aussie dollar, US dollar, our learning trade of the week. Guys, now for our learning trade of the week. It's also an Aussie dollar based pair, this time Aussie dollar, US dollar on a 30-minute time frame. Now we took a short position. We took a short position here. Everything lined up. We had a down arrow, we had a sell signal, and it was, relatively speaking, a downtrend. What we're taking away from this trade, because we made didn't even make 1%, we moved down and then moved up sharply. I think within 3 or 4 hours we were out of this trade. It was a loss for us, probably even less time than that. What we've done is we've gone back and looked at the analysis. Where did we go wrong? Why did that trade not work out for us? And I concluded that the flatness here was too flat. Okay, yes, it was a down arrow. Yes, it was part of a trend, but actually the position of our MACD, I think we should have been a little sharper here. So in future, moving forward, if we see any bottoming out, if we see that MACD in this position, then we're not going to take that trade. So remember, the trend truly is your friend. It's an overused phrase in trading, but it's absolutely true. And I think this is one instance where we should have really listened to that more closely. The trend had stopped, it looked like it was going to flatten out, and it has done, and as a result we had a losing trade. Now, yes, we trust the process, yes, we want to be right a minimum of 30% of the time. We are more 45% of the time accurately right, but of course we want to try and eliminate those losing trades where we possibly can, and I think this is something we're going to build in. If we start to see a flattening out, even if it is in a downtrend, we're going to sit out of that trade. So that's this week's learning trade, just part of the process, just part of the learning process, the ongoing learning process that even us as pro traders put ourselves through. Thanks for watching, guys. Guys, thank you. I hope you took something out of that. There's 2 trades, one winning, one losing, all in the Aussie dollar. Sometimes the same pair, the same base currency, doesn't always go in the same direction, doesn't always react, correlated to another pair. So you need to be aware of that. The economic data coming up this week you need to be aware of. I think it's a relatively quiet week. It hots up a little bit more as we go through the week. If you can just pass me that sheet, please. I've got a list of it here. Make sure you check it out. Forex Factory or whatever economic data calendar you use. Our broker has a news channel and a news alert system. So on our platform, we have a countdown to the upcoming high impact economic data. So make sure you're on top of it. We also have a backup plan insofar as our red news data, here it is also input into our calendars every week with a 30-minute alert so that we know exactly what's coming up. So not a great deal to pick out this week. I just want to point out though that our lovely Japanese friend, Governor Kuroda, he's speaking twice this week, and those are 2 times that I want you to be really super aware, particularly around yen pairs and particularly around overexposure to yen pairs. What I've found in the past is we've had 2 or maybe 3 yen pairs open at the same time, and I have found that the Bank of Japan, BOJ, Governor Kuroda, they can say something or they can do something with the interest rates that absolutely wipe out. So I'm always super cautious how many yen pairs we're in when Governor Kuroda is speaking. So be aware of that as well coming up this week. So check out the data, make sure you've got it in your calendar and you've got an alert system in place that's going to warn you. So 30 minutes before you're not trading a particular pair or you're managing an existing trade. So guys, thanks for watching this week's weekly roundup. Hope you've taken something away from that. Make sure you put your comments on and insights in the comment box below, and be sure to link over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe for even more videos, and also give us a big thumbs up on Facebook and Instagram. Guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.